So this is just going to kind of be a ramble video. I don't even know if I'm going to post it, but if this is the first time you seeing one of my videos, my name is Natasha. I do all kinds of different things. I was diagnosed with MS in '07. I'm an educated woman. I have my degree in psychology. I was getting ready to start my teaching degree, and then I was told I couldn't work with children, what have you. So since then, I've really just been on the and just trying to figure it out situation. I'm not the type of personality or person that, regardless of how bad I feel, I'm going to contribute. So that's what I have been in, like almost like a fight or flight, what have you. There's lots of incidents and things that have come along throughout this whole journey. Again, being sick, and then I have a neurogenic bladder. I was diagnosed in just the last couple of years with COPD. Never smoked a cigarette in my life. So many things. And then when we were in Arizona for 4 years, I ballooned up to 255 pounds. I may add a video, a short picture of that to this. I'm not sure. Again, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I honestly don't even know why I just feel that I need to post this. Just the road, my path has been shitty, if I'm being honest. It's been a very emotional roller coaster. It's definitely challenged my self-worth. It's made me feel terrible about myself. There have been situations or years that we've gone through in our married life that we weren't making it financially, and that burden I always placed on me because I was the reason that we were not making it. We went from a 2-income family. My husband always was in a great profession. I always made, well, back then it was like $45,000 a year. But I always tried to do something in between raising the kids when they were very little to working in their school districts while they were going through elementary school. I always tried to do something. And so that's where reselling came in, out of necessity. I would force myself to go into our basement in our huge, amazing house that we purchased when having 2 incomes. In the end, it was unnecessary. And I think that when you go through something like that, first of all, it impacts more than just me. It impacted the type of relationships that I have or don't have. The feeling of I'm alone. My husband, he became an alcoholic once I was diagnosed with MS. He's doing amazing now. I think he's been sober for almost 6 years, but the hardest part of the MS was something I endured by myself. My husband was emotionally unavailable. He had a rough upbringing, and then me getting sick, and now our entire world is on his shoulders, and he just became an alcoholic. Both of us came from families that do not talk about don't have emotions, don't talk about emotions, and they don't talk about hard things. So fast forward to I'm now 45, and I'm going to be 45, and he's going to be 47, and we are just figuring out how to do all of those things. So being raised with unemotional parents, and having those type of relationships where you don't talk about emotions and hard things, that just tells you how long it takes to change the cycle. The same thing with affection. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I think I'm just at a different part of my life now. We came back here, some of you may know, in 2003 because my husband was let go from the position that we moved out there for. He spent 297 days without a job. Within that time, when we got to Arizona, I was there about a year. Because of COVID, you could work from home. So I was in heaven. I never had the option before, nothing. So I worked for an allergy company in Arizona for a year and a half. We ended up being let go because they had everything to a company in a foreign country. So the 3 physical people that were doing the job and doing it right were let go, and people that did not know what they were doing were given access to important information about patients. I digress. But the last 2 weeks of that job, I broke my arm and my wrist on my dominant arm. So my husband lost his job. I lost my job because I broke my arm. And then we were sitting outside one day. We never ever discussed leaving. We absolutely loved our home in Arizona. But at different times, we both heard, you need to go home. And so we did. And within a month of us returning home, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, blood cancer. One of the roughest years of my life. Mentally, one of the hardest years of my life. Again, that's the mom that doesn't share emotion, doesn't talk about feelings. So, she is a beautiful soul. Those are all learned behaviors from the upbringing that she had. And has she done better than what she had? 1000%. But that is something she's still working on. She's better now. She's in remission. I'm so proud of her. We go to immunotherapy every 2 months. She just had her second one. Things are going really good. Like, I don't want that, but I just want to give kind of like a breakdown timeline of where we're at and all of the things that I'm thinking that I need to do. So that all happened. Within that, I started on some weight loss shots because my health was not good. So that within that time is also when I was diagnosed with COPD. And I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, so I have lost quite a bit of weight. I'm still working on it. I need to get some weight or something so that I can not be so flabby. But I have to tell you, I don't know if anybody's watching this, but if you are, and if you have problems with hormones, I'll do a different video about this because this is a topic that I need to just dive into this a little bit. But if you are having hormone problems, or if you are gaining weight like on a daily basis, like you wore a pair of shorts yesterday and them bitches do not go on today, not even if you lay down, if you look at food, you gain a pound. I'm not even kidding. I'm not. And your brain and your brain won't stop. Your emotions are all over the place. You don't even want to look at food because, again, you're going to gain a pound. All of that is true. It is your hormones. You've done nothing wrong. It is your hormones, and it will wreck you. Do not give it that power. Anyways, those shots have helped all of those things for me. All of them. And now, I just saw it again. And now, I can't afford it. So I tried a different one, but it is not doing what I want it to do, I don't think. Haven't given it much time, but I can already feel like I feel different. I don't know, but I have gotten to my goals. If you want more information on that, I can do that for you. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just giving you my my observation. Anyways, so we're here. We're live with my parents. We went from a 3,500 square foot house to Arizona, which was like a 1,800 square foot house with a beautiful backyard, trees, birds, pool, our sanctuary, like our beautiful sanctuary. Lived with my parents for a year and a half in just my childhood bedroom. Me, myself, our two dogs, and then our youngest son had, which was my brother's old room. But our bedroom was maybe 250, 300 square feet. To now we live in an apartment on their property so that we can still be here. We've made that decision to stay here. Would I love to have a little bit bigger house? 1,000%, because of the things that I'm getting ready to talk about, but that's just not in the cards. We have to be here for my parents. So it has not been easy. I am grateful. It is the cheapest rent we've ever had. Well, we've always owned our homes, but it is the cheapest rent. But it costs a lot to live these days, and so here is where I'm at. I am giving myself until the end of this year to get all of the things I'm trying to do something, to meet my financial goals. If not, I have to find something else, because I have a lot of decorating and things that I want to do, and currently that is not something that I can afford to do. So I have to figure it out. So everything right now is in so many different places. All of the jewelry that I have, I'm going to be doing so many jewelry videos, is in a jewelry shed. And that is not even all of the jewelry. And then I had some of my stuff over in what we call our shed, the side shed. And then I have all of my clothing inventory at my brother's house. So it's just, I have to go everywhere, and I don't want to do that. So this last weekend, we took all of my reselling stuff to the storage unit we're also paying for. And then I need to clean that out, move to a bigger one, I'm thinking. I would love to just get a really big shed here on the property so I don't have to leave, but also, I mean, that's not something that is financially possible right now. But all of that inventory is going to be moved to this new storage unit so that I can spread my wings, possibly have shows and things out there, have my own space. So it's going to be a lot. And then I'm also trying to do my videos for promoting my 8-minute and my 96-minute resellers information. But the biggest thing that I came here for, like all of that, that's not even everything. Like we are empty nesters for the first time in 2026, okay? The best I have felt in we're talking probably in my adult life. I have been sick my entire adult life. It's the first time I said that. I'm talking from the time that I was 20. And that's what I'm talking about, where I feel like I'm so behind. I was sick a lot longer than it took several years to be diagnosed. So I'm behind. I have so much up here and so much that I want to do, and I was like, that was taken from me. Reselling isn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something important. So, but I don't have any other choices. So I have to make this work. It's hard. Reselling is hard. The amount of work that you put in on a daily basis, you don't get paid. At the end of the day, you didn't make any money unless somebody bought something. I'm just having a moment, I think. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. It's also, I just have to say, reselling is a very lonely job. The people around you don't understand what you're doing. They don't understand the work that goes into it. I have a grandbaby coming in August. I'm very excited. I just wanted to have something. I don't know. I just want to have my shit together before he gets here. I spent a lot of the time that my kids were little being sick. Like them seeing me be this way in my hair and be, smaller. Like, my boys didn't get to see that. My boys got to go to meet with me to my infusion appointments for hours. Mom was sick at home, losing her vision, an ambulance at the house, an ambulance at the school that I worked at. I just want to be able to be present with my grandbaby. I want to be able to purchase him whatever he wants and not worry about it. I want to be playing on the floor with him and not thinking of any type of bills or anything that I have to figure out how I'm going to pay. I don't know if I'm going to post this, but anyways, thanks for listening. I have a lot of work to do. You want to come along? You want to do it for me? You want to help me? I have to do this for myself. I need something of my own. I want my own money. I want to be able to afford to get me whatever I want. I'm not a Louis Vuitton or Chanel girl. But if I want some Nike shoes, I want to be able to afford them. It's not even about affording them. I want to be able to go pay for them with my own money that I earned myself. That is my goal. I want to be able to go on a shopping trip, or maybe no, we'll just say a large thrifting trip, and buy anything that I want and not worry about it. That's what I want. Anyways, it's Tuesday. Thanks for listening. Go charge your phone because I probably will be back here tomorrow. Don't cut anybody off on the way to work. And you're out of creamer, so go during your lunch and get it, because you don't want to wake up again. tomorrow with no creamer. It's 8 in the morning. Have a great day.